Let's go. We going live. We got some epic news to talk about. One epic stream.
Oh, we have our camera, Reggie Fisa, man!
Obi-Wan plays.
Yes, right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.
What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? We are now live, and we have some epic news to discuss. One epic stream. We're gonna be live now. I might come back again live later tonight to game with the sponsors, but we got some, not might, we will. We gaming with the sponsors today, but we got some dope news you can use as you're coming into the stream. Give the stream a big thumbs up, let's get that like button, that like count up. And if you want to join a dope gaming community, tonight is going down. It's going down. We're going to be gaming with the sponsors. But let's get to the news. Let's get right to the news. We got a lot of news to discuss. Oh, let me do the top 10 coming into the chat so far. We got Lake Show King, Daniel, Joseph, Undefined. What's up, bro? Ant, Preach, Herson. Did I say Joseph? I did say Joseph. Rock and Junior. What's up to everybody coming into the chat? The Switch 2 news keeps on chugga, chewing. And I got y'all covered. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in this stream. So no rhyme or reason where we're going to start. There's some big news, dope news. We're just going to start randomly. All right. The first news item we have to discuss is, bro, Mario Kart World is a dope game. A fantastic game. But I've been saying this. They need to integrate. You know how Zelda has. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick, and then we're gonna talk about it. Zelda, bro. Nintendo has created a app within an app within the Nintendo Switch app. They have something called the Zelda Notes app. You know what you can do in this app? You can see a big map, an entire map of Hyrule. It shows you where everything is, and it has voice navigation to let you know the nearest shrine. Go north, continue north, go left, continue west. It's a dope app. I haven't used it yet, but it's dope in concept. Bruh. Mario Kart World badly needs a Zelda Notes type app. A third-party app has been created on the App Store, and it's not that well. I mean, it's dope. Better than better than nothing. But how cool would it be? Because right now, the open world in Mario Kart is really an open world. There's no pinpoints of where the P-switches are, no indication, oh, that P-switch you've already gotten is grayed out on the map. It's just grayed out when you actually see it driving. But how dope would it be? And I really do think Nintendo will be implementing something like Zelda Notes into Mario Kart World. This is what I've done in Mario Kart World. I've 3-starred every cup on 150. Y'all saw me do that live on stream. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Oh, it was brutal. But we did it. I'm not touching those P-Switch, the P-Switch, the Peach medallions, all of that free roam stuff. I'm waiting for Nintendo to implement an app. Easy, what's up, bro? Hope you've been good, my guy. I'm gonna wait for Nintendo to implement a Zelda Notes type app into Mario Kart World. It just makes sense that this is gonna be the next gradual thing they have to implement in this game. Because one thing we can guarantee, this game will get updates. What did Mario Kart 8 get all throughout the generation of the Switch 1? Constant updates, new tracks, new content, new racers. And the same thing is going to happen in Mario Kart World. Why? It's a constant system seller, and it's going to cause people to subscribe to the Nintendo Switch expansion pack online subscription tier. And so content is coming. That's what I'm going to wait. But there is a third-party app, and it's a shame that Nintendo didn't have the foresight to see, we did this for Zelda. Why don't we do this for Mario Kart World 2? So it is what it is. That's my real only complaint about the game. Just randomly trying to find P-Switches, the Peach medallions. All of that should be in it, some kind of app type function. I'm just saying, bro. All right. So, but other than that, Mario Kart World, dope game. Now, y'all know before the Switch 2 launch, I was saying, bro, Metroid Prime 4 should be the launch game. Because if Mario Kart comes before, it's going to overshadow it, blah, 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 blah. And I was wrong. Mario Kart World has been the perfect launch game for the Switch 2. Why? It pushes systems. It's going to push consoles, and it may actually help Metroid Prime sales, because by the time Metroid Prime comes out, the Switch will have a larger install base. So, good stuff. Mario Kart World, dope game. I'm still waiting for that Metro Prime. That's going to be my game of the year. But we lit. We on top. We not going to stop. Let's go. Where's my DJ? I haven't used DJ Khaled in a minute. Oh, I don't even have him. I got to reset my DJ Khaled. Hold on. All right. We got another news item. Another one. All right. This one, big breaking news. What's up, Troll? What's up, Hodis? What's up to everybody coming into the chat? As you guys come into the chat, make sure you're giving the stream a thumbs up. We're at 18 likes. 12 more people give the stream a thumbs up. Let's crush 30 likes. 12 more people. Let's do it. Bro, we have some, it's Xbox news, but it is heavily Switch 2 related. The only way I'm talking about Xbox is if it's related to the Switch 2, and it is. Head of Xbox, Sarah Bond. Xbox is a villain. What's up, bro? Xbox just dropped a announcement, a big announcement, saying that they have a multi-year partnership with AMD to produce the next Xbox console. Head of Xbox, Sarah Bond, has just announced the company's partnership with AMD to develop their next home console. But here's my thing. She also states that the future console plans are not, and I quote, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. So I had 3 takeaways based on what she said. First, if the current Xbox is This next gen Xbox is going to be at least $700. Even if Xbox changes their manufacturing, because we know the tariffs cause Xbox prices to go up. Let's say because without the prices going up, the Xbox Series X was still $500. So this console, if they decide to ship all of their manufacturing, which they may not do, we're looking at minimum $600 for a console where you can play all those same games on a PlayStation and a Switch 2. It's just going to be a tough sell, bro. It's going to be a tough sell from Xbox. So the first takeaway is, what's going to be the price of this system? Here's my thing. This is why I say it's still going to be at least $700. Because right now, the PlayStation 5 Pro is $700, ain't it? How much is the PlayStation 5 Pro? Isn't that $700? So the PlayStation 5 Pro is at least $700. This next Xbox, so the price is going to be ridiculous. Xbox and Sony put themselves in a console power race war where Nintendo could get away with, our system doesn't have to be the most powerful on the system. Now the Switch 2, don't get it twisted, it is a powerful system, and we're gonna talk about that too. But it doesn't have to be the most powerful. Xbox and PlayStation, when they come out, they have to tout, we are the most powerful. Where Nintendo could just focus on games, great games. So the first takeaway is $600 minimum, probably $700 minimum. Second, I touched on it. If virtually all your games are coming to Nintendo and PlayStation, there is no incentive to buy Xbox hardware outside of Game Pass. Game Pass is their only selling point. There's no incentive. So, and they sort of put themselves in this situation. If they kept their games exclusive, they can't recoup the cost of how much these games cost to make. So they had to go multi-plat. And now that they are multi-plat, why buy your console? Double-edged sword. It's the box Xbox is now in. Third, and this is probably the biggest, what are y'all doing? You can't promote a new console and at the same time tell everyone you don't really have to buy our console because everything is an Xbox. Now, I hate to be the negative Nancy. I try to keep, for the most part, I'm a positive guy. But I really think this system is DOA. Dead on arrival. That's my thing, Lalafell Gamer. Bro, Game Pass is also on PC. So really, no incentive. So it's going to be tough, bro. They got a tough hill to climb. Herson, what's up, bro? I'm still honestly shocked the Xbox is still making next gen console, but I do agree with that the console flops. I don't think it's going to flop. I do think it's going to flop. I was going to say, I know it's going to flop, but I think it is. I think this system is going to be dead on arrival. They're going to have a good go at it for 1 year. Sales aren't going to be padding out, and they're just going to stop producing the system and continue to make games on multi-plats, and they'll still be fine. Xbox without a console is still going to be fine. They've invested greatly in studios, bro, and their games are selling pretty good on PlayStation right now. I think Gears of War is like at the #1 at the top of the charts on the PlayStation Store, which is crazy. So they're going to be fine. They're going to be perfectly fine going multi-plat, which I think they are going to do. Now, as far as what their exact system is going, the console, It's already been rumored that they're partnering with Steam somehow. I know that they said they're going to have Windows integration. This sounds just like they're making a PC. They're making a PC with the Xbox brand on it, and they're going to be selling Xbox games out of it. That's what it seems like they're doing. This is my daughter calling me. Text her real quick. Streaming. I just text her, I'm streaming. So it looks like they're just making a PC with the Xbox branding on it. Still going to be first party, and it's not going to be like the Rogue Ally where third party is making it and they just put the Xbox brand on it. They're legit. They're going to make it, but it seems like it's just going to be a PC, Windows. You can use Windows, blah, 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 and play Xbox games. Sort of like what I'm using right now, a PC. So it's interesting to see this partnership with AMD. Both PlayStation and Xbox, they partner with AMD. Nintendo used to be partnered with AMD until the Switch. They switched to NVIDIA, and it's paid in dividends. Xbox is king, Windows is king, says broken. You're not saying that with a straight face, bruh. You know Xbox is gonna flop hard. So they put themselves in a tough situation, bruh. Tough situation. Shout out to everybody coming into the stream. We're at 29 likes. I need 11 people give the stream a thumbs up. Let's crush 40 likes right now. Bruh, y'all want to have some fun? Check out these two posts that I'm going to show y'all, bro. Check this out, bro. Check this out. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, who said the Switch 2 can't hang with the Xbox Series S? I would argue not only can it hang with the Xbox Series S, it's outshining it, bro. Check this out, my guy. I think we playing. This is what I asked on X. I just asked a fair question. I just asked, how many of y'all use Dalsim? I'm just asking a question. Which one looks better? Chat, y'all just tell me which one looks better. I'm not going to reveal which is which. Does the one closest to me look better? Or the one farthest away from me look better? Which one? The one on the left side of your screen or on the right side? Let me see how this looks on my phone, because sometimes my stream distorts the images and it may not be as clear as I can see it as my original post. But y'all let me know which one looks better. Let me see which one looks better. Hold on. Bro, can you lie? You say the left one looks better. Hold on, let me put up my quality, higher picture quality, just so I'm not tripping. Honestly, y'all tell me which one looks better, bro. The right side definitely looks better, Herson. D. Miz Mob said the right. Broken says the right. The one on the right. Guess what, y'all? I knew it. Y'all are... Oh, it won't even show it. The one on the right is the Switch 2 version. Let me make it smaller. Let me go to this. Will this show it like... No, it won't show it right there. Oh, this is it. Right here. No, wait, hold on. There it is. There it is. The grand reveal, ladies and gentlemen. The one on the left is the Xbox Series S, and the one on the right, the crisper, cleaner, more detailed image, is the Switch 2. And I know people are like, it's because the Xbox version is running at a higher frame rate. That's the lie and excuse I saw people replying to me when I was telling them, hey, the Cyberpunk running on the Switch 2 is using next-gen PS5 texture packages, and the Xbox Series S is not able to do it. People are commenting when I posted it on X. It's because the Xbox S version is at a higher frame rate, blah, 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 blah. Even both games run for the most part at 30 frames per second. What y'all gonna say about Street Fighter, bro? 60 frames per second, and it looks better. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Which one looks better quiz live on stream. All right. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Y'all don't know which one is which. I could flip the sides. One could be S. One could be the Series S. One could be the Switch 2. Y'all let me know. Or I might just reveal it by accident. All right. Now, I might have flipped them. Or it might be on the same side. Y'all just tell me, just looking at both images of Zangief, just look at them. Which one looks better? D-Miss says the same side, the right side. Left side killing the right. Look at the details. Says broken. Broken these glasses, bro. Rah. Y'all ready for the grand reveal again? Shout out to everybody coming into the stream. We are at 36 likes. Let's get the stream to 50 likes. I need 14 people to give the stream a thumbs up. Eva Holder says the one on the right. What's up, Bean Toast? What's up, bro? And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, the Switch 2 version is the one on the right with more detail. How, Sway? How this itty bitty handheld is punching above? They 2 for 2 for AAA Switch 2 multiplats. The only 2 big AAA third-party multi-platform games on the Switch 2. They're the only 2. This is just launch. Compared to their Xbox Series S counterpart, and the Switch 2 version looks better. Thugs, PS5 on the left, it might as well be Thugs. So, my point is, what we're going to see throughout this generation, Switch 2 multi-plat ports will be looking good and running good on a system near you, on a Switch 2 near you. So those Switch 2 multi-plat third-party games are about to go crazy and surprise, shock, and awe the whole wide world. Hey, Nintendo dropped this trailer. I want to check this out. It's talking about get even more out of your Switch 2 Online and Nintendo Switch. Let's see if they show any tidbits that we are not aware of on how to better optimize our system. Give the
On
stream a
Nintendo
thumbs up.
Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch, enjoy more games, more features, and more fun with Nintendo Switch Online. Here are some of the benefits you'll get with a membership. With online play and compatible games,
We know this.
you can enjoy gaming together, even when you're far apart.
Hey,
Team up
drag
with or
and
battle against
drive.
players around the world.
Drag and drive, fire. Game chat. Hey,
If you have a Nintendo Switch 2, you can use Game Chat.
game chat is so good, bro.
Hang out with friends and share your game screen with them.
Game chat is so good.
Enjoy playing games and chatting with each other as if you were all together in the same room.
Let's go. Game chat is better than I thought. They just need to fix the ability to invite people once the chat already started. Super Nintendo,
With Nintendo Classics,
Sega
you can play a
Genesis,
curated library of classic games from
the
different
best
systems.
library of classic games.
Access these games
Not
whenever
even
and wherever
close.
you'd like.
Let's go. Punch out.
Up to 4 players can play selected multiplayer games locally or online.
Or online. Let's go, bro.
You can also use a suspend point to save your game whenever you'd like, so
Hey,
you can play
Switch
for a
2
bit,
online,
even when you're
crazy,
short on
man.
time.
And we got GameCube. Let's go, man. Mario 3, one of the GOATs. Donkey Kong.
There's also the handy rewind feature.
Yeah, we got the
If you want to retry a section, use this feature to go back to an earlier point in time.
Let's see what else they show. Member exclusive games.
Along with
99,
Nintendo
dope.
Classics, you can play other games
And
exclusively for
0.99,
Nintendo Switch
dope.
Online members.
Nintendo Music, not really. I don't really use that.
Listen to some of your favorite Nintendo soundtracks on your smart device with Nintendo Music.
Let me see. I don't really use the Nintendo Music.
You can enjoy a variety of Nintendo tunes from different games, as well as customize and save playlists. You can also extend or loop some of your favorite tracks. Use them as background music for studying, working, or relaxing.
Hey, Nintendo Music go crazy. Fire Emblem.
Other membership benefits include save data cloud and compatible
Member
games,
exclusive
game trials,
products.
and more.
I forget to get those controllers. You gotta be an online member. Man, Nintendo needs achievements.
In addition to all the benefits mentioned so far, you can enjoy even more benefits with Nintendo Switch Online plus Expansion Pack.
Let's go. Hey, one of the most underrated Switch apps, the Sega Genesis app, bro. Some Sega
With
Genesis
this membership,
classics.
you'll have access to additional games via Nintendo Classics.
Soul Calibur looks so good on the Switch 2, bro. Running on the GameCube. Wario. The GOAT Star Fox 64. I forgot that song. I did.
You'll also have access to selected Nintendo Switch 2 Edition upgrade packs, as well as selected DLC at no additional cost.
All stuff we already knew.
Plus,
Even
with
more
this membership,
games.
there are even more classic games you can enjoy.
Echo the Dolphin. I didn't realize that was on there. I forgot it was on there.
More games, more features, more fun. Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo Switch Online plus
Individual
expansion pack
membership.
memberships are available starting at the
That's
pricing
this
options
is all
shown here.
Euro. This is from Nintendo of Europe?
With 2 or more
Oh.
people, you can save with a family membership.
Ignore these prices. These are European prices.
If you currently have a membership on Nintendo Switch, you'll be able to carry
I'm
it
glad
over
that
to
it's
Nintendo Switch
seamless
2.
Transfer from Switch to Switch 2. That's been dope. All right. So I thought that was dope. Let's keep going, bro. All right. We got an AMD. All right. Now, we all know, we talked about it yesterday, Donkey Kong Bonanza Focus Nintendo Direct will be tomorrow. Let's go. What's up, Indeed? What's up, bro? Tomorrow we will have the Donkey Kong Nintendo Direct, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I will be live streaming it 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. We will be live streaming it. But trust, a full Switch 2 Nintendo Direct still coming. A lot of people on the internet act like this is some new phenomenon that Nintendo's having. Oh, they're only having Nintendo Direct focused on this one game. What is Nintendo doing? Bruh, they've done this a gazillion times before. when there's a big AAA game that Nintendo wants to push, that the sales are important to them, they have an exclusive direct for it. Nothing new. But it doesn't have anything to do with a tried and true Nintendo Direct. So we still will be getting a Nintendo Direct. Just wait. Just wait. A Nintendo Direct is still coming. And my prediction is it's going to be sometime in the summer. June, July, or August. We're still going to get a tried and true Nintendo Direct focused on big third-party games coming to the Switch 2 and more details on first-party games coming to the Switch 2. We need a Metroid Prime 4 release date. We need an official release date. We just have a year to come in 2025. So trust. Nintendo Direct is coming. What's up, everybody coming into the stream? We're at 43 likes. Give the stream a thumbs up. Let's 7 more people. Let's get it to 50 likes right now. 50 likes. Let's go. Bruh. You know what game I still want? An Ocarina of Time next gen remake. It's cool that we're getting, we got the Zelda, we got Hyrule Warriors, but I was saying this before everything got leaked. There's Zelda. We got Zelda, and both Zelda games look dope, bro. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. But I still want an Ocarina of Time remake. We already got a remake on the 3DS, but just imagine one in 4K. 4K, 60 frames per second, Ocarina of Time. A next-gen remake would be perfect. Chariot Man says, I want a Zelda Twilight Princess remake. We recently got Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD on the Wii and the Wii U. So I think it's about time for some Ocarina of Time love. All right. Now, I found this next news item to be very, very interesting. Let me pull up this trailer real quick. 16. Final Fantasy 16. Bro, the initial sales numbers are starting to circulate on the internet for Xbox. Xbox just did a shadow release, a shadow launch of Final Fantasy 16. At their summer showcase, they announced, boom, Final Fantasy 16 available today. And their initial numbers are coming in and they are abysmal. I'm talking about, I thought I saw somewhere 20,000 copies sold on Xbox in the first week, which is real bad for a AAA multi-million-dollar budget game. If Square Enix was really serious about Final Fantasy 16 sales, a Switch 2 version would have been ready at launch. Do I know if they had development kits? No. I do know they're coming out with Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, Xbox isn't where it's at for JRPGs, bro. The JRPG systems are both Nintendo and PlayStation platforms. And specifically in Japan, the Switch, Nintendo dominates. The Switch 2 dominates in Japan. And so it's baffling. Now, and again, it's the Switch 2 just came out on the market. And I said this, third-party developers get a first-year pass from bringing games to the Switch 2 because the system just came out. In 2026, I'm not picking up any third-party games on my Switch 2 that are not launching day and date as PlayStation and Xbox. You can't treat the most popular, the hottest console on the market like a stepchild, third-party developers. Switch 2 ports need to be day and date as Xbox and PlayStation. 5 more people give the stream a thumbs up. We're going to crush 50 likes right now. So, Square Enix, if they were serious about Final Fantasy XVI sales, they would have dropped the Switch 2 version, bro. That Switch 2 version of Final Fantasy XVI would have sold. Who knows? It might be too little, too late, but whatever next AAA big Square Enix game comes out, you need to have a Switch 2 version. You need to have a Switch 2 version if you're serious about selling copies. Because what's great about the Switch 2, not just the first-party games are selling. Of course, Mario Kart is a behemoth. It's going to devour most of the sales. But third-party games are still selling good on the Switch 2. All right? Now, I posted this, and I'm going to keep saying it. The Switch 2 Pro controller is the best controller probably ever. I cannot find one negative about this controller. Bro, the D-pad is improved. The thumbsticks feel so good. The buttons, the GR buttons, even the one negative that I was trying to find was the triggers. They're digital instead of analog. But you know what? I thought about my usage of triggers. On my DualSense, I think you could change the amount of time it takes to push. And I always put it on the shortest ones. They're pretty much digital. Even on my Xbox Elite controller that I had, I always put the triggers on the shortest distance to input. The digital triggers are better than the analog ones. The only way analog triggers are better is in simulation racing games like Gran Turismo or Forza, where you could control the acceleration more precisely. But in every other genre, it's better to have automatic inputs. In Call of Duty, you're at a disadvantage with triggers that have to press all the way down, because it takes longer time to input shooting. Where digital, boom, as soon as you press it, that's a bullet going off. So in shooters, better. Fighting games, better. Whatever, any other game where you need a quick input, the digital triggers are better. And that's probably why Nintendo decided, using analog triggers not worth it. Because digital inputs on the triggers are actually better. That's just a fact. But everything else about the controller, the battery life on this thing is great. Y'all saw me playing Mario Kart for hours yesterday on stream. Not once did I get your controller needs. It might need to charge if I play today for hours again. But the hours in this controller, GOAT tier. The HD Rumble, not enough is being said about the HD Rumble 2 inside the Switch 2 Pro controller. Bruh, it's so good. There was something that I was doing in Mario Kart. Pay attention the next time you're riding behind someone and you start to get the slipstream. You could feel it. I can't explain it, but you could feel it in the controller. And there's some other cool tidbits. While I was playing, I was like, oh, that's dope. HD Rumble 2, crazy. So Switch 2 Pro controller, right now, my favorite controller on the market. Easily, bro. Easily. Bro, check this out, bro. Shout out to Kaleem. Kaleem posted this video of a blue shell situation in Mario Kart. I've never seen this happen before. Oh, I guess that's the highest video quality. Twitter's gonna allow me to play it. Check this out. He got a blue shell. He was in third place. He got a blue shell. Now he's in first. Look what happens when you're in first place. And he's gonna use a blue shell while he's in first place. Watch this. Watch this. He took out himself. Bro, if you're in first place and you use a blue shell, RIP yourself. That was hilarious. Now, someone was telling me that if you have a blue shell, that means no one else can use it. I don't know about that. But because someone else was telling me, nah, multiple people can have blue shells at one time. Because one advantage of having a blue shell, if you're in first place, just hold on to it. Just don't use it. And you don't have to worry about anybody else trying to use a blue shell on you. But that was crazy. Oh, Troll Clown says no one else can have it. It must be in certain modes, Troll Clown. It must be in certain modes. But if that's the case, that's crazy. Shout out to everybody coming into the stream. If you're just coming in, give the stream a thumbs up. We are at 51 likes. We need to get to 60 likes. I need 9 people to give the stream a thumbs up. Bro, you know what's going on the internet right now? Switch 2 consoles are being banned or disabled forever for being able to use Nintendo's connecting online on their Switch. How? People are still trying to hack Switch 2s. Specifically, I think they're called MIG cartridges, MIG cartridges, that allow you to download bootleg or illegal games through your Switch 2. Well, they tried it, and Nintendo ain't having it. So there are reports of more Switch 2 consoles being banned. Just imagine, bro, you spent $500 on your system, and you could never connect it online ever again. Like, it's banned permanently. You pretty much wasted $500. Especially if some games are only available on the eShop, you have to download to get it. You just out of luck. You know how many games are keycard only? Meaning you put in the cartridge, but you still have to download the game? You can't play Street Fighter 6. You can't play most of the games that are keycards or downloadable games. You pretty much bricked your console, bro. So I don't think it's worth it. And if it does happen to you, I have no sympathy from anyone trying to steal games, bro. If you're trying to steal a game that you ain't paid for, I don't have any sympathy when it happens to you, bro. Just think, man, these developers, they need to get paid so they can keep making games. The industry is already bad where studios are closing and shutting down. I remember, case in point, the Dreamcast. That is what's happening, Bucks. I saw it. I saw it for myself. So explain to me what's happening, Bucks. But the Dreamcast, bro. I remember being in college and we about to play the Dreamcast. And my homeboy, he just pulled out this big folder of just bootleg Dreamcast CDs. Now, there are other factors why the Dreamcast went out of business. But one of those factors is the system was so easy to bootleg games. And so it hurts the companies in the end. It doesn't download games. You have to back up your games to it. I'm not saying that thing, what you mean, the MIG cartridge, I didn't say that downloads games. I don't know what that does. What I'm saying is, if Nintendo finds out you're using that cartridge or whatever, your system is disabled from going online forever. And I've seen screenshots of people saying your system has been permanently banned from utilizing Nintendo Online. That's what I'm saying, Bucks, that as a result of trying to use that cartridge, your system is banned. The card is legal, though. Nintendo out of line for that. Bucks, all right. Let me just entertain you, Bucks, and say the card is legal. Okay, Bucks, the cartridge is legal. What are 99% of the people using that cartridge for? Come on, bro, let's not play stupid. We all know that people are using that to get illegal games, bro. And Nintendo is not having it. And I'm sure somewhere it's not out of line. Because I'm almost certain if you ever read fine print on products, it says we reserve the right to do X, Y, and Z if you're using our system outside of its intended use. Or in other words, you try to put a cartridge in there that's not a Switch 1 or a Switch 2 cartridge, we reserve the right to break your system. Like, companies, it's not just Nintendo that has that. A lot of companies have that on their products. Like, if you use our product without outside of its intended use, we reserve the right to blah, 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 to do whatever they want. And it's the same thing, bro. It's not a cartridge approved by Nintendo, so they have the right to do whatever they want. It's their system, bro. Read the fine print. So, Nintendo is banning people trying to hack Switch 2s, and it is hilarious. Bro, I want to be there. I want to see the look on someone's face when the system says error code, you're not able to go online forever. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Hey, shout out to everybody coming into the stream. We're at 57 likes, 3 people. Who are going to be the 3 to get us over 60 likes? Do it right now. Get a stream a thumbs up. Yeah, hey, I know what happened to Rambo. I like, hey, Rambo, play Dragon Ball Fighters with me, bro. Let's go. He said, Obi, I can't. I was like, what happened, Rambo? Bro, I'm banned online. Nintendo ain't about that life. Y'all keep playing with these Nintendo ninjas. These Nintendo ninjas do not mess around. So, Switch 2s are being bricked, aka banned from online use, which essentially bricks your system. Because you are severely limited to the games you can play if you can't connect your Switch 2 online. Because even when you get those key cards, you still got to go online to download the game, the full game. So it's tough, bro. It's tough. All right. The meat and potatoes. This is one of the things I was waiting to talk about. I couldn't wait. Y'all lucky I couldn't get back on last night. But we talking about it right now. Come to the front of the line, Shuhei Yoshida. Shuhei Yoshida, PlayStation's former CEO. He had the unmitigated gall the audacity for these words to come out his mouth. He's hoping Nintendo fans will one day graduate to more mature systems like PlayStation. Oh man, I should drop a Shuei Yoshida diss track. I see that comment, Bucks. So many things came to my mind. First, it makes you see PlayStation is clueless to what's really going on right now, bro. Shout out to Jonas. Obi, I'm stuck at work. Good gaming later. Jonas, I will be back on tonight and we will be gaming, bruh. We will be gaming, bruh. Don't worry. We will. Shout out to Jonas. Hey, chat. Spam Jonas for the $2.79 Canadian. Shout out to my guy, Jonas. Somebody type Jonas, man. Show Jonas some love, bro. Thank you, Jonas. Sony still thinks Nintendo consoles are just for kids. Oh, man. They're about to have a rude awakening this generation. First off, everybody that typed Jonas, Eva Hodis, Jonas, Bucks, Jonas, Herson, Jonas, Chariot Man, Jonas, Java Drink, Jonas. Shout out to Mike with the $10 super chat. Let's go, Mike. We got some things to unpack with Shuhei Yoshida. Yoshida is on something, says Mike. Hey, shout out to Mike. Hey, somebody spam Mike 74. Show my guy Mike some love, bro. Show my guy Mike some love. Bucks with the... What? Let's go, Bucks. Let's go. I think most of your sponsors are adults with kids. We all Nintendo fans. I'm getting to that, Bucks. Shout out to Bucks for a GOAT comment. Let's go. Hey, chat, spam Mike. Spam Bucks. Show my guys some love, bro. And it's just not my sponsors. We're gonna break it down. But hey, y'all show my guys some love. Let's go to the back camera. Do I have my back camera set up? Herson with the $5. Hey, y'all be coming through, bro. Hey, shout out to Herson in person. Shout out to Herson. Imagine calling Nintendo a kid's game in this age when PlayStation made Astrobot and it did well. It did all right. But you're right. Hey, facts, Herson. Facts, Herson. Facts, Herson. We're going to break down Shuhei Yoshida. Yeah. Till... Another hour, maybe. Why? Hold on, y'all. All right, that was the wifey. Had to take a break. But let's get back to Shuhei. You just bought Sonic Shadows Mike 74. Bro, Hey, this stream, I'm glad you said that. We're going to play one more stage in Sonic X Shadows. Real good game on the Switch 2. Bro, That game is a great Switch 2 port. But back to Shuhei. Shout out to Herson. Shout out to Bucks. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jonas. Shout out to y'all for supporting the channel. Let's keep it going. Shuhei Yoshida. I'm on you, boy. And we not gonna let up, boy. This is what I said. And I'm gonna break it down. This is the funniest quote I've seen in a while. And it makes him seem clueless to the reality of the current gaming market. And the same goes to a lot of PlayStation diehards that really think the majority of the 3.5 million, let me say that number again, 3.5 million that picked up the Switch 2 at launch, if you think most of them were kids, oh, you are sorely, sorely mistaken. All I have to do is my own experience, bro. Oh, wait, I didn't see everybody who was spamming in the chat. Hey, we're gonna get back to Shuhei Yoshida. He ain't going nowhere. Hey, shout out to Borderlands 4, Switch 2. All right. Everyone that spammed Mike, Bucks. Hey, spam Mike, Bucks, and Herson, chat. Evil Hodis, Mike, and Bucks. Bucks, Mike, Bucks. Java, Bucks. Java, Mike. Evil Hodis, Herson, Chariot Man, Mike. Show my guys some love. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support, y'all. Now let's get back to Shuhei. Shuhei. Yeah, all the sponsors, older for the most part. I remember when I was doing the sponsors during like the Wii U days, kids. It's shifted drastically, bro. Here's my thing. When I was in line for the Switch 2, nearly everybody, they were adults. And they weren't in line to get the system for their kids. They were adults in line picking up a Switch 2 for themselves. Now, I did see a few parents with their kids, and there were even parents in line that said, I'm picking this up for my kids. But that was the minority, not the majority. Most of the people who picked up a Switch 2 at launch were adults. Lake Show with the $2 super chat. Somebody spam Lake Show. Man, I'm 37. Call me a kid. PS fan busters. Let them know, Lake Show. Hey, chat, spam Lake Show. Show my guy Lake Show some love. For the $2 super chat, show Lake Show some love. Hey, I'm always going to be a kid. I'm going to be 45 at the end of this month, bro. So we there, Mike? Hey, shout out birthday. Man, my birthday's in 11 days, June 28th. We gonna be lit. All right, but everybody, virtually everybody in line to pick up a Switch 2 were adults. Were adults getting the system so they could play, not getting it for their kids. Bro, Nintendo has shifted their demographics right before y'all eyes. And PlayStation still seems clueless. Now, here's the thing. Xbox sees it. Xbox sees it. Because I believe it was Phil Spencer. He was interviewed when the Switch 2 was launching. And not only just Phil Spencer, these third-party CEOs, they see it. They see that Nintendo is not for kids. Look, perfect timing. Look at the game playing right here. Cyberpunk. The CEO of Take-Two Interactive, the company responsible for publishing GTA 6, that CEO came out and said, the days of Nintendo being a platform for kids is long gone. Now here's the thing, and this is where Nintendo has that big advantage. They make games for everyone, not just for kids. They make games for everyone. When I'm talking about a kid game, I'm talking about Peppa Pig. You could buy Peppa Pig on your Switch 1. That's a kid game, bro. Herson with another 5. Let's go, Herson. We on, Shui. And we not letting up, Yoshida. Give the stream a big thumbs up, bro. Ski. Herson with the $5 super chat. Alarm was going off. People like to say Nintendo is a kid's game, but Nintendo's the only company that still makes quality games that people enjoy and love. Facts, Herson. When Nintendo drops a game, it's not buggy. It doesn't need a gazillion patches. It's the Nintendo seal of quality from launch. Are their games perfect? No game's perfect. Except for Splatoon 1. But they make fire games. Here's my thing. What I was saying, I was talking about Peppa Pig. That's a kid game. This is where a lot of gamers need to change their mentality. They say, oh, Mario Kart, that's a kid's game. No, it's a game for everyone. It's a game anyone can pick up and play. Shuei Yoshida, you know where I see a lot of kids on? Fortnite on a PlayStation 4, Fortnite on a PlayStation 5, Call of Duty on a PlayStation 4, Call of Duty on a PlayStation 5. You know how many times I got into a chat and a little kid is like, ha, I sniped you. Come on, bro. So, him saying, and that just gives you the mentality and the mindset of what PlayStation is thinking. And that's why the Switch 1 snuck up on everyone and sold 150 million consoles. That's how they were able to do it. Because PlayStation and Xbox were too busy trying to fight themselves. We don't got to worry about Nintendo. And Nintendo's like, okay. We'll just keep selling our systems and selling our games. You see this game right here? Dusk Bloods. Ain't nothing kiddie about this game. This is going to be a rated M mature game. Exclusive. Let me say that one more time. Exclusive. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Exclusive to the Switch 2. But Shuei says only kids play Nintendo games. Shuei, I better not see not one video of you playing Astro Bot. So, I thought that was interesting. How about you? Shout out to Herson. Everybody did anybody spam Herson? That's right. Evil Holders. Herson. Show my guy Herson some love, bro. I need somebody else to type Herson in the chat, bro. Show my guy Herson for some love for dropping $5, man. Let's go. Appreciate it. Mike Herson. Thank you, Mike. Young John Herson. Java Herson. Chariot Man Herson. Junior HPC Herson Pineda Chicas. So Shui, you got it all wrong. Let me tweet. I should drop a Shuei Yoshida diss track. Let me stop. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Shout out to him, bro. But this is why the Switch 2 is such a dope console, man. And even the design of it, nothing screams kitty about it. You know what console has a kitty design? This right here. This had a kitty design. A purple box with a handle. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking when they designed the GameCube. Here's the thing though. Crazy thing. This console was more powerful than its rival, the PlayStation 2. This console was super powerful, bro. But it looked like a little kiddie system. I don't know what Nintendo's design strategy. This, when you think about it, nah. The Wii U is probably the worst designed. This is probably the worst design. And I liked it. I liked it. It looked fun. It looked quirky. It was dope putting in those GameCube, the little teeny, and it had the little GameCube games. But this looked like a kiddie system. I say that to say, bro, the Switch 2 just looks like a premium, modern, current, state-of-the-art device. I'm telling y'all, I kid y'all not. I have strict rules for my kids on them operating that touching their Switch 2. They can't just take it out and because kids are destructive, bro. Like it just seems like a premium device that actually kids aren't supposed to touch, bro. That's how Nintendo made the Switch 2. Like I'm careful with my kids. I mean, they downstairs like they playing on it now, but I'm like, y'all can't go outside the house without it being in a case. Because it just looks like a premium system, not a kiddie device. And so, Shuei Yoshida, maybe one day, PlayStation fans will graduate to a Switch 2. That's going to be my post. That's what I'm posting right now on X. Let me get a picture of Shuei. Shuei, how do we spell his name? Yoshida. Let me put a picture up. Let me get a picture of this guy. Save this image. One. Hey, let me post this real quick. And then we're going to get to the next thing I want to talk about. How dare he, bro? Let me go on X. All right. This is going to be the post. Maybe one day PlayStation fans will graduate to a Switch 2. Oh, the internet's not going to like that one. The internet's not going to like that one. Maybe one day PlayStation fans will graduate to a Switch 2. Post. So, what's the next thing to talk about? Hey, Kirby Air Ride is about to be fire, bro. But that's not what we talking about, bro. Oh, this was so funny. And this is breaking news too, but this was dope. This was funny too. Let me put this up. New tab. Bruh. Check out this. Oh, no, I didn't want that. I wanted the post. Not that. Hold on, y'all. Open. No. Oh, I was about to say. This right here. Bro, GameStop. They have restocked in person Switch 2 consoles. GameStop has just announced, this was yesterday, so who knows if they still have them. Call your local GameStop because they're going fast. GameStop announced that more Switch 2 consoles are available in person yesterday. They announced this yesterday. So call your local GameStop. But the poster they used for this is hilarious. They said staples not included. Because there was a controversy that if you got your Switch 2 from GameStop, there was one GameStop in particular where the employees were stapling their receipts onto the Switch 2 boxes into the Switch 2 screens. So imagine you open up your Switch 2 and you have a stapler stuck in your screen and the screen isn't working. Crazy, bro. But GameStop made fun of it. Find a Switch 2 restock at GameStop today. Do not use on box. They have on the stapler. So I thought that was dope. Switch 2s were available. Switch 2s were available at GameStop. All right. Now, check this out, bro. We did this live on stream yesterday, but I have to show y'all because it was so dope. If y'all missed me playing Mario Kart yesterday, this was me and a blue shell. A blue shell tried to get me. Guess what? Turbo! Boom! I used a mushroom right before the blue shell got me, and we dodged the blue shell live on stream. Shout out to ASAP for showing me that's possible. So I knew I could do it. And so yesterday when we were grinding to get 3 stars on every cup, we were able to do it. Right before the blue shell, when it stops circling around you, right before it drops, bam, push turbo, and you'll avoid the blue shell. So it's still possible. Someone else told me that there's other ways to avoid the blue shell, like you could push the reverse feature, because when you rewind your game, when you push rewind feature in the game, when you rewind your game, all other racers still travel ahead of you. So if you're in like first place, you push rewind and let someone go ahead of you, boom, they get the blue shell and then you just keep going. That's crazy. I haven't tried that yet, but someone did tell me that does work. So that's cool. What else do we have to talk about? ASAP, bro, breaking news. Hey, this is channel newsworthy. ASAP first, he dropped 10. All right, so big up to ASAP for the 10. He says, care package has been delivered. Shout out the Nintendo Mamba, OB Bryant, and King Leem. ASAP received his Switch 2 console giveaway. We gave away 2 Switch 2 consoles. This first one was sponsored by Kaleem. So big shout out to Kaleem. ASAP received his Switch 2 console. That's dope. And hey, y'all spam ASAP for showing him some love. And Mike74, he also won a Switch 2. And shout out to Murr. I'm never gonna forget that. So Murr, Kaleem, I'm always gonna remember that. They both sponsored Switch 2s for the channel. And Mike, and ASAP won Switch 2s. We just have a dope community, man. It's all about gaming. It's all about having fun, sharing the love of gaming. So that was lit. That was lit. Chat, spam ASAP. Spam ASAP. James, the camera guy, ASAP. Mike74, ASAP. Junior 2K, ASAP. Java Drink, ASAP. Mike Murr, yeah, show her some love. Chariot Man, ASAP. Evo Hodis, ASAP. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Great stream, everybody. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We lit. We on top. We not gonna stop till we reach the tippity top. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna game later tonight. I'm gonna hop back. It's gonna be late though, bro. Murr the Giant. Yeah, Obi, Murr the Giant. I know, I remember you said Murr was tall. I saw that picture, bro. Big guy. I'm gonna be back on later tonight, probably around 10. It's gonna be late, bro. To game with the sponsors. We're gonna be on the Switch 2. This is what we're gonna be talking about. The joys and the cons of our Switch 2 consoles. What do we like about the Switch 2? What do we not so like about the Switch 2? We're gonna have that discussion later tonight. I'll be back on. It's gonna be a gaming focused stream, but it's still gonna be discussion going on. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be epic. If you're still up, tune in, be there, or be square. Diamond, that's a square. Square. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do that. And then tomorrow morning, we have the Nintendo Direct. That's gonna be lit. All right, man, I'm gonna be heading out. What do you guys think about everything we talked about today? Sound off in the comment section below. I wanna know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo. We out. Peace.
Oh, we have our camera! Reggie Fils-Aimé!
Obi-Wan plays.
Yes, right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.